So we're going to take a look at the difference between eToro's charts and TradingView. It's a popular question. A lot of people know about TradingView and wonder what is the difference between TradingView and eToro. And there is a significant difference. Well, one is that with TradingView, it's primarily a charting tool. It's a charting software, basically to analyze charts, make measurements, draw lines, do back testing and all that kind of stuff. It's almost like a trader or investor's kind of sandbox in a way where they can play around and play with different ideas. Now, the thing is, you can't directly invest with TradingView. You can't open up and start trading through TradingView. What you can do, however, is if you have a broker, and then maybe, and hopefully maybe one day eToro will be on this list. But if you have a broker, you can choose any of these brokers that are on the list, open up an account with them. And then what you can do is connect that broker through TradingView and then place some trades on TradingView. You can actually trade directly through TradingView as long as you are connected with that broker. So it's like a two-step process. You have to open up an account with that broker first, and then you can connect through TradingView. You can't just open up an account on TradingView and then deposit money through them. They're not a bank, they're not an institution or anything like that. It's just a charting software. What you can do though is you can open up a demo account with TradingView and play around with that, but it's just virtual money. Now, in terms of eToro, on the other hand, eToro is obviously an investment platform. You can put money through them. With them, you can invest directly through eToro, buy stocks, buy ETFs, buy any asset that you choose. And the cool thing is that actually their chart has a lot of similar features to TradingView. Some differences here and there, but for the most part, it's actually quite similar. So, you can use both. You can use TradingView to do your analysis, and then you can use eToro to make your execution to place your trades, essentially, or do your investments through there. So I'm just going to go through some of the similarities and some of the differences. So we're just going to look at this stock here, and then we're just going to look at the 1 week for both. So 1 week here, 1 week here. We're just on the candlesticks. So we're just going to go through each one and see what you could do. A lot of people like to do measurements, such as draw lines out there. So with TradingView, you can draw a line quite easily. Just click and drag simply, and then there you go. And then you can make adjustments if you need to with the gearbox, the little gear icon there. You can add some text to it. You can change the style of it in many ways. You can put an angle and distance. That's pretty cool. Actually, I don't know if I knew that before, but if you're into that kind of stuff, if you want to go that technical, you can change the visibility from, say, minutes to hours on different time frames. So you can say, like, okay, I don't want to see it on the minute chart between 1 and 15. So you just click that and it just won't show up. Or if you want to take it out of the week chart, you can see it disappears from there and it doesn't show. You can change the coordinates, like I said, text and everything. So you can do quite a few things when it comes to that. Now over here, how you would draw a line here is you just click on the same icon, the gear icon. You click on tools, and then you just click on line, and you just click and then drag. And this looks like an infinite line tool, so it's kind of like it goes until infinity basically. So I don't know if you can make any edits to it, so it's not quite as it's just a basic line that's drawn, and you can't really change other than just if you want to delete it, you just right click. But it looks like if you double click, can't really do many edits to it. So TradingView obviously is a little more precise. You can make some precise adjustments according to what you like. This is more of a basic line tool, and I guess that goes the same for with any other geometric charts or geometric tools out there that you want to draw, whether it's lines, ellipses, circles, whatever it may be. Whereas with TradingView, it's a little more detailed. So going back here, another thing that people like to look at is comparing other symbols. So over here, how you would do that with eToro's Pro Charts, you just scroll down to compare. You just type in whatever you want to look at. So for example, let's go SPY. Let's put SPY over top, and then let's put QQQ. So you can do multiple ones. It shows there, and then another one maybe. Let's do let's say Apple maybe. All right, let's put that over there. and overlay that. This is just for example purposes. So you can see here that the lines are there, right underneath there, so you can see that they're color coded. There's a little legend up there, so that's how you do it. They just show up as lines. And yeah, so over on TradingView you can do the same thing. So you just click on the plus icon and then just show compare symbol. So I already have this here. I put in SPY, let's put in QQQ, search that up, and then Apple. And then, yeah, there you go. So it puts it out there as well. Gives a little color symbol. I turned off the description, but you can turn that on through here, just through settings. And then if you go through, I believe, trading or scales, not scales, status line. Yeah, click on status line and title, and that'll bring that back up, and it'll show kind of like a little legend as well, right? The colors, and then you can even turn it off. You can hide that if you need to, or anything like that. So same features, so you can definitely do that. And if you just want to remove this, just right click and it'll delete each one. So there we go. In terms of time frames, the maximum that this one goes up to is 1 week, whereas with TradingView the maximum time frame you can look at is up to 1 month. 1 month, or sometimes even further, actually 12 months. Let's see, 12 months. There we go. Yeah, you can go up to 12 months. 12-month candles. Otherwise, but mind you, no one really looks at 12 months. I think the longest people go for is, most people go for, is 1 month. You don't see that very often. Occasionally, maybe. But yeah, so we'll just take those out from there. There we go. So yeah, it's another difference. Another one is if you want to overlay indicators. So, you know, over here you go under studies and it show all these different ones, oscillators, Bollinger Bands. Let's see, are there moving averages? Moving average is a really popular one, probably under studies number 2. MACD, there you go. Moving average, there's also other moving average. There's a simple moving average. So you put that up there and then you can just specify whatever you want. I'll just put it as that, as is. Over here, be the same way. You just click on indicators. This one has a larger library of indicators. And then the thing is, people, you can also upload your own indicator. I think you'd have to, I'm not sure exactly how that works, if you need to be like a subscribed user or paid subscription or something like that, if there's some requirements involved. But you can upload your own script, kind of like community scripts it's called. And then and if you want to put a moving average on there, just puts it up there. And same thing, you can make similar adjustments. You can change the inputs. It's very straightforward. Just like with eToro, it's very straightforward. I think it doesn't quite allow me to make adjustments, unfortunately. There might be a shortcut. There might be maybe a little shortcut key or keyboard shortcut to use. But we'll leave that up there for now. Wonder if you can add another one. Okay, so it looks like maybe you can add another one. Let's try and adjust this. If you can put multiple indicators on here. Let's try it out. Okay, so you can. So it allows you to put multiple ones. I guess you just have to make sure that you put the right information in before you put it on, because it looks like you can't adjust it or make changes to it once you do put it on. Another thing I want to look at is the different the chart styles. So under this, if you want to change it from candlestick to say something else, you just click on chart type. You can see here you have a few options: hollow candle, bar, line, mountain. Mountain is kind of like, it shows a little gradient underneath, kind of like a shadow. Over here it just doesn't. So that's the main difference there. That's with pro charts. Over here with TradingView, you just go on the candle symbol and you can see all these different options. I think below the line, these are extra options. These are, you have to pay for these in order to get access to these options, but for the most part they're quite similar, other than maybe baseline and then high and low. High and low just kind of shows like the high and low, doesn't show the wicks or anything like that, right? So yeah, so if you want to go to line, kind of shows it similar to that, to this one here. This tool here is a compare. Okay, so this is like a quick button for compare. If you want to go to another one, is you can change the type. So over here, some popular sort of instead of candlesticks, people look at Heiken Ashi or Renko. Heiken Ashi is kind of popular, which is kind of nice because over here I think Heiken Ashi, if I'm saying it right, it's paid. Okay, so in this case you don't. I know I have the pro version, so that's why I'm able to get this, but this is also an option. Try it out for yourself and see if you get that, if that option is available on the free version. I haven't tried that, tried the free version in a while. So yeah, those are some of the main characteristics. This button here, this is kind of like a quick tool if you want to add a tool on. So you can see there are all sorts of different tools that you can put on. A lot of people look at Fibonacci retracement tools, so let's take a look at that. Let's say we start from there and then we go down there. You can see here, there's a retracement. It shows that, and it extends almost to infinity. Whereas over here on TradingView, I think the default is Fibonacci. No, there we go, Fibonacci retracement. You can see it's so popular, it has its own little keyboard shortcut over here. So you can just click on that and it shows the color. All right, so it's kind of color coded. Makes it a little bit easier to see. But if you do want a keyboard shortcut, that's the one thing TradingView actually is really good for. They've implemented a lot of keyboard shortcuts. So if you say want to do a measurement, you want to measure, say, like the distance between here, this point to this point, you can do that. You just click from the bottom to the top. You can also hold shift and click as well. That'll show you as well. And it shows the number of bars. So the number of bars that this movement elapsed, and then the movement from the base to the top is 120% move. And then it shows the number of bars and it converts that into days. It shows the amount of volume that in terms of traders or participants in this move. It seems about like 8.26 billion, and it shows the move in points. So whereas if you do the measurement through here, let's see, if we go down to, what is it, tools? Is it tools or somewhere else? Tools, measure. Okay, right at the top there. If we go to tools, measure, do the same measurement, click from there to the top of that. Doesn't quite show. Okay, probably have to do it again. So I'll have to do it one more time. Let's go to tools, measure, click from the bottom to the top, and then there we go. Oh, so this one's a little bit finicky, so it's a little bit sensitive, meaning that if you, okay, so it looks like I can't really move it, but it shows it. If you can see at the bottom left, it shows the percentage move, 170%, 25 bars, meaning those many weeks. Sorry, I got confused with the, not days, or days are showed on TradingView, right to the days, but this one here looks at the bars, weeks, 25 weeks basically. Each bar is 1 week. So yeah, this one is a little bit, just shows the base, kind of like the surface level. Okay, that's a percentage move. But like I said, you can use both. You can use TradingView in conjunction with eToro. You can use TradingView to do your analysis, your deep in-depth analysis, do your charting and all that kind of stuff, and then you can just use eToro to execute the move or execute your trader, whatever idea that you want to implement. So that's kind of so yeah, it's not like you have to use one or the other. You can use both, but you can see eToro has very similar features to TradingView. Another big difference is you can create your own little watch list. So as you can see, you can have your own watch list set up. You can create multiple watch lists depending on what you have. I think on the basic one or the free one, you can only create a few watch lists, not as many as these, but if you get the pro and stuff, you can create more watch lists. You can also save. You can also take a snapshot of your idea or of your chart, and then you could save that. You can also, there are all these buttons here, you can explore that on your own, but the main features I just wanted to go through are just the charting tools for the most part. In terms of indicators and everything, very similar. I think TradingView has a much larger library, but if you're only someone who uses a few indicators, I'm pretty sure eToro has the main ones, the big ones that you need to look for anyways. Besides, a lot of the main investors or the big time players, they don't use too many indicators. They kind of use the basic ones, the well-known ones. They look at what everyone else, what are the other big players looking at, what are they using as well, because this is a game where you kind of like, you almost sort of want to be contrarian, but not too contrarian. You also want to follow the crowd and see what the crowd is doing, but also think ahead of the crowd so you don't get out or enter exactly when they do, in a way. So it's a little counterintuitive. That's almost like another video on its own. But yeah, and then you can look at things like time zones. You can switch the time zone up depending on where you're at. With TradingView, you can do that as well by just clicking on the time zone button here, and then you can just change that too. So very similar features. Yeah, very similar features. Very straightforward, easy to use. How you would get to this is you simply go to whatever stock you want to look at on the eToro platform. You just click on the gear icon, and then you click on Launch Pro Charts, and that'll take you to there, and you can do your analysis. You can even create alerts and all that kind of stuff on both TradingView and eToro's Pro Charts. So anyways, hope that helps. Hope that gives you an idea on what the two charting tools are, what the two are all about, and some of the differences. Again, TradingView is used to do analysis, conduct analysis on looking at charts, drawing tools, doing lines, even putting text. You can use text on there. Measurements. It's basically like a sandbox to test some ideas, look at some what ifs, and do some back testing and stuff. And eToro is used primarily to invest with, so to execute orders, to buy and sell shares. With TradingView, you can't do that. You need an external broker to connect to TradingView. So it's like a two-step process. And again, TradingView is not an investment app. They're not a broker. They're not an investment platform. It's just kind of like a sandbox. So anyways, hope that helps.